Italian meringue. This is the third and final type of meringue, and it's the trickiest one to make because you have to be a little more accurate with the temperatures than you do with Swiss meringue. Okay, actually you have to be a lot more accurate. This means you're going to need a thermometer. It doesn't matter what kind you have, just so long as it's accurate and you can read the temperature of your sugar while it's cooking. So to do this meringue, you have to do a couple of things at once. You need to heat your sugar and your water together, and you're gonna heat those to 248 degrees. And at the same time, you need to have your egg whites in your mixer, and you need to mix them to sort of that level bubble foam that I showed you in the how to make meringue video, right when it starts to get the even bubbles and really foamy, sort of like right before soft peak. So we're going to take our egg whites and we're gonna put them in our mixing bowl, and we're going to take our sugar and we're gonna put it in a small sauce pot, and you're gonna add just enough water to make the sugar sort of a wet sand texture. You don't wanna totally drench it so you have a pot of water because that'll take forever to boil down. You just want to add enough water to make the sugar wet. Most recipes, depending on what you use this for, are going to tell you how much water to add to the sugar, so you don't need to worry too much about that. We're going to turn this on to medium-high. I like to go a little hotter so it goes faster. We all know I'm impatient. And now you get to wait. And wait. And wait. Now while your sugar is cooking, you can start doing your egg whites, and you can go ahead and start that while this is heating up. That way they kind of get done at the same time. It can be a little tricky to work out exactly your timing, but you'll get better at it the more that you make this, and that's part of the reason it's a little bit trickier, but this part's not terribly like exact. What you just want to be careful of is that you don't let your sugar go over 248 degrees, and you don't want to let your egg whites whip up farther past soft peak. So if you notice that your egg whites are getting to a stiffer point, go ahead and stop it, completely turn the mixer off, wait for your sugar to be done, and then come back to your egg whites after your sugar is ready. When your sugar is ready, you're going to want to move it to a heat-proof container. That means, in this case, I'm using a plastic one because I can't actually find my Pyrex container. If you're going to use glass, you need to make sure that it is shatterproof. Otherwise, when you pour the 248 degree sugar into that room temperature glass and it's not shatterproof, the glass will shatter. And then you've got glass and hot sugar all over your counter. Not good. No matter what container you're going to use to pour your sugar into, you need to make sure that there's no grease in it. Make sure it's completely clean. If there's any grease that gets into the meringue, it won't whip up. Also, make sure you have it ready so that you're not running around trying to find your container when your sugar is ready. Okay, it's at 248, so you want to immediately turn off the heat. Take this off of the burner, pour your sugar into your heat-proof container. And the reason that you do this is so that the heat from the pan does not continue to transfer into the sugar while you're pouring it into your egg whites. Now with your sugar hot enough, you can pour it into your egg whites with the mixer running, and you want to pour it in a thin, slow, steady stream. You want to make sure that it pours directly down and is actually pouring on the inside of the bowl. This helps to prevent the sugar from touching the whisk, and instead of giving you meringue, you get a bunch of sugar strands that are all stuck to your whisk. This might happen to you. That's okay. It happens to everybody at some point. You want to add the sugar on around medium, maybe a little bit above medium, closer to medium high. You don't want to add it on high because this will whip it too fast and you have a higher chance of getting the sugar strands. When you add the sugar on a slower speed, it gets better incorporation in the meringue. Once all the sugar is added, go ahead and turn your mixer up to high and let it go until it's cool. Okay, and now we're done. Oh, hang on, let me put this in a different bowl so I can show you guys just how stiff this stuff is. All my KitchenAid stuff says not to bang the whisk and stuff against the bowl. Whatever. This is my Italian meringue. Very stiff. Now, my bowl is kind of covered in meringue now, but there are some little sugar beads around the inside of the bowl from where my sugar touched the whip as it was moving. That's okay. It gets thrown up against the side. Takes a little while to clean off, but it's not going to hurt your meringue because it didn't make a bunch of sugar strands. It just kind of flung it up against the side of the bowl and it got stuck there. And it's only a little bit, so it's not a major loss. It's fine. Okay, so this is Italian meringue. This is the most stable of the three types of meringue because it gets so hot from the sugar and it really starts to coagulate these proteins for the egg whites. I mean, I can sit here and stir this and it's deflating a little bit, but it would take some work to actually deflate this stuff. So yeah, this is Italian meringue, and that's how you make it. If you have any questions about this meringue, please leave them down in the comments below. I will get back to you and help you answer anything that I can. And thank you guys so much for watching this series. I hope, really, really hope it's been helpful for you. I'm gonna upload one more video, and that is a troubleshooting video. I'm gonna go over the main sorts. Oh, look, I can tip it upside down. Oh. I'm gonna go over the main sorts of problems that you might have with meringue, and I will link that video, so just in case you run into any of these problems, you'll know why it happened and maybe how to fix it. If you wanna be notified when I upload new videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!